boys and ghouls. Welcome to Belroad Barn Players Monday Minute Monologues. This week, our theme was Hauntings. And they were written very well and acted very well. I hope that you all out there in YouTube and Facebook land enjoy what our creative collaborations have brought forth. And I promise later to show you something truly terrifying to go along with our theme of haunting, because it's going to be Halloween soon. Try the videos.
How am I supposed to sell this one, Marty? Everybody knows that this is not some regular house. Kids dare each other to come to the gate to the yard or to even get close. It isn't fair to stick it on my docket. Am I supposed to just pretend like there aren't ghosts here? What if there's a draft? What if there are strange noises? Look, you know that with old houses, the floors creak, and I'm just supposed to wonder every time that there's a noise what caused it? I know that these are supposedly just rumors, but I grew up here. I know that there may be some reason for this, Marty, and I'm honestly just kind of scared. I mean, what if there are really ghosts? Are they gonna curse me? I have these keys to show people the home, and I don't know that I have the guts to unlock the door to disturb the spirits. I know that is crazy, but what if? I think you should give this house to another realtor. I am willing to forego the commission. Find some ignorant out-of-towner and pawn it off on them. This isn't worth my sanity, Marty. I'm not selling this house.
You know, we used to move around a lot when I was a kid, but none of the houses we ever lived in was haunted. At least as far as I knew. Same thing as an adult. None of the houses I lived in were haunted. Nothing weird or unexplained ever happened to me. But then I moved into this old Victorian, and I started hearing strange noises. I just attributed it to the house settling. But then I started hearing footsteps and the sound of doors creaking open. Surely it was just my imagination, or so I told myself. But then I saw her. A pale little girl in an old-fashioned white dress. I have to tell you, a chill ran right down my spine, and the hair on the back of my neck stood up. It seemed like she was trying to say something. Her mouth was moving, but her voice was less than a whisper. Believe it or not, I actually tried to get closer to her to hear what she was trying to say. But I felt like my feet were nailed to the floor. By the time I could move again, she was gone. The second time I saw her, I could hear her a little better. It sounded like she said, "All's lance you." All's lance you? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, was it just gibberish? Finally, I saw her for the third time just a few minutes ago. This time, she very clearly said, I'll silence you. She's going to silence me? What the hell does that even mean? Silence me? Is she going to try to kill me? I wish I could...
It was funny how we met. Cindy texted my number by mistake. And it was so cute how she kept apologizing. We kept texting and learned that we had a lot in common. Like being serious about school, staying pure until marriage, wanting lots of kids. We had the same sense of humor too. Like watching videos of animals doing crazy things. After a while, we swapped photos, and I knew she was the right kind of girl for me. I could tell that she was sweet and smart and super cute. We talked a few times on the phone. She was shy about it because of an issue with her vocal cords. When she was stressed, she wound up talking in a whisper. So I did the same to make her feel better. Talking in whispers was our special way of communicating. Mostly we texted at different times of the day just to say, hey, I'm thinking about you. And we both said we didn't want to get ahead of ourselves, but the feelings were so intense. And she said she considered me her boyfriend, and I told her I felt the same. Cindy was going to be home on Halloween for fall break. It was funny that I was going to school down here where she lives, and she was going to school up where I'm from. The plan was to have dinner with her parents and watch a movie. She said she didn't like scary movies, but she'd watch one with me if I held her hand. But Halloween didn't go as planned. She kept getting delayed, and it got late. So, no dinner and no movie. Finally, she texted that she was almost there and I should go ahead to her parents' house. I was ready. I thought I was, anyway. I didn't have trouble finding the house. When I knocked on the door, Cindy's father opened it. Her mother was standing behind him. Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm Cindy's boyfriend. She said you were expecting me. No! Cindy's mother shouted. She ran off, crying. Son, you better come in and sit down, her father said. So I went into their living room with him and sat on the couch. I had no idea what was going on. He spoke quietly in a strange voice. Cindy died 8 years ago. And on Halloween night, for the past 7 Halloweens, a different young man has showed up saying he's Cindy's boyfriend, and she sent him here to wait for her. I didn't know what to say. He looked sad, like he was waiting for bad news. And then my phone chimed, which literally made me jump. Go ahead and look at your text, he said. It was from Cindy, and I was reading it, and he said the words out loud. Tell Mom and Dad I love them.
I've never had a strong stance on ghosts. I've been more of the Hamlet, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy type. But hauntings? Oh, I believe in those. You see, for the last decade, I've been hearing music. A few notes, maybe a phrase, maybe less. It happens at odd intervals, but it has been occurring more frequently. I was so sure that I should know it, but in the beginning I just tried to ignore it. But it would not let me be. I tried the online Find This Tune sites, but I'm not really that musical, so I'm not sure I was doing it justice. Then I was off of work for 2 weeks with an injury, so I took that time to listen to all kinds of music so I could figure it out. But it played on, unknown in my head. My mother recently commented on my distracted nature at dinner, so I revealed my dilemma. She asked me what the tune was, and I tried to duplicate it. Da-dum-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, and so on and so on. She said she wasn't sure, but that it sounded like a song that my father's mother used to sing to us when we were fussy. Ah! It was like the fog lifted. I was so sure that this was it and that with this mystery solved, I'd be in peace. I was so wrong. It came back, and this time there seemed to be snatches of words. I asked my mother if she knew what the words were or even what the name of the song was. And that's when she reminded me that my grandmother was Lithuanian and that she wasn't even sure the words were in English. And so the song didn't stop. It just kept going and going. I even went as far as to contact a Lithuanian music historian, but it was no use. He said that a lot of mothers would sing nonsense words to a melody or a rhythm so that they could calm and distract babies. He said that maybe that's what was happening now. Maybe my grandmother was still trying to calm me. Things have been pretty tense in this world lately, so maybe he's right. Maybe a haunting tune and my grandmother's ghostly voice, unlike Hamlet, isn't supposed to drive me crazy, but bring me peace. Da 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 dum, da 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 dum.
As promised, hair raising. And speaking of hair, as promised, here's my bit of truly terrifying something for you. Ah! So you might have thought, wow, Laura looks really stylish. But here's my haunting. I'm trapped in a hat for the day because I decided to put a hat on my head. And this is what hats do. This is what they do to your hair. It's lovely. And I'm going to do the rest of my announcements with my fierce hat hair. It'll be very professional. I have to put my reading glasses back on. And now my eyeballs are huge. Our next theme, it's going to be a while. We're taking a little bit of a breaker 19 because we have awkward Christmas, socially distant, awkwardly distant Christmas going on, something like that. And so we don't want to overtax ourselves, especially Christopher, our editor. How can I give him dishwasher unloading lessons on top of him working full-time jobs and editing videos for us. And yeah, how can I get him to do other things around the house if I'm giving him double duty for for videos? Excuse me. Super professional. Even said the word. I said professional. Even more professional. So our next theme will air right before Thanksgiving. So writers, you'll have a lot of time. The theme is leftovers, and those are due. You can see my very official notes here. November 13th. You have until November 13th. At the stroke of midnight to turn your scripts in. And I noticed, by the way, and so also please look for announcements, information forthcoming about our Christmas show that's coming up. There's Tiny. You might have heard him eating in the background. It's chilly in my house, so I wrapped up in this thing that my mom made me, and I noticed that with my hat on, it looks as though I'm about to solve a mystery somewhere. That's what and the mystery is, did you enjoy this week's videos? I thought they were very well done. Mwah! Hats off. No! Put 'em back on! It doesn't matter. You've seen everything at this point. So hats off to our writers and actors. Fine jobs. I really enjoyed this week. It was fun. Do join us next week. We have another round. Next week our theme is, oh my gosh, I just blanked. That's not the theme. The theme is the future. We will have videos about the future for you next week. And then we take a break. And then we have some stuff right before Thanksgiving. Thank you for joining us. Tiny wants outside. If you are interested in, if you're interested in sending a script about leftovers to us, you can send that to mmm@bellroadbarn.org. And if you're interested in becoming an actor for us, same dang email address. Hope to see you. I don't know why I said that, because I don't see anybody except my family. And, the people that make the videos and stuff. I get to see their faces too. But thank you so much for joining us this week. Have a happy Halloween. There's the stop button. I always try to do it so slyly so that you don't see me looking at the stop button and then back here. So I'm just going to do this and then say bye-bye. Boo! And also, by the way, if you haven't liked our Facebook page, do that and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Begging over. Bye. Truly gone this time. I promise.